Good morning. Another beautiful day here in Denali. Um, Shoulders high up as possible, far back, down and forward. Really want loose shoulders and hips. Back in the other direction. Essentially, the hips and the shoulders, very subtle movement. It's not seen, it's just how the energy goes through, or how stores and releases and things. But the shoulders and the hips, and we keep the spine straight in between, up on the Behu point. Essentially, they all talk about the Dantian, 3 fingers under the belly button. That's called the outer Dantian. On the other side, we have the Ming Meng point. So going forward, use this one. When we're going back, use this one. Um, and then essentially, we have the Peridium point right between the private parts. So your Peridium point and your Behu point want to stay in a straight line. Where the Dantian and Ming Meng point is, then you'll find your inner Dantian right in the center. So not the outer Dantian, that's just for beginners, this one. It's the inner Dantian that's along that line from the Behu point to the Peridium point. Another thing we want to watch, the outer Dantian point wants to be the highest point. Highest as in, if I draw a line down here, the Dantian touches it. So the Dantian's the highest point. Yeah, so then this point, whether I'm sitting down, it's always stretching up, yeah, so keeping the back, all the vertebrae open. Concentrate on the center of the feet, the center of the hands also. We're using all the heel, the fingers, we're also using the heel and the toes, but we concentrate on the center. Another important point is right between the shoulder blades. A lot of people have rounded shoulders, so you concentrate on that point, you'll grow another inch, and yeah, you'll stay really straight, and you'll be able to drop down and use the energy or the body parts from a lower position, not be so upper body, be much more lower body involved. So needs a lot of thinking about these things, all these different points. You have to just focus on each one individually. Main thing in the beginning is the head point up. Don't let that lift your chin, because then you're crunching your neck. So tuck your chin in as well. Tongue on the top palate of the mouth, like you're saying la. And the peridium point, tuck in. So you'll notice, tucking in the rear coccyx. That will make the peridium point, the tongue, and this point all stretching up, everything else sinking down. Essentially, we want to get right down into the feet. Essentially, it's all in the feet. So, but it takes 5-6 years training to developing the body like that. And basically, we're going from head down to feet, from feet up to the head. Everything has to be involved in the training. You want to be able to relax from head to toe, concentrating on the center. And then you'll get yourself like moving like a big wheel. One bit moves, everything moves. And you stay still, everything stays still. Things like this, full and empty. First you have to experience emptiness, so keep these points open up and very soft, very relaxed, very always trying to stay calm. If you feel any stress or tightening up, you've gone out of posture. So we've done the shoulders, also want to mainly turning the waist until this becomes involved in your movement. You're using energy from further down in the body. And turning the hips. When you're at the back, change direction. In the beginning, 10 times each exercise and build it up to 20. Feet together when you do the knees, and back the other way, and the ankles, like grinding up little stones on the ground, and back the other way. So we also work on the joints a lot. Both sides, 10 rotations either side. Stretching next. Stretch your wrists. Stretching makes joints strong. You get your muscle working well all the way from one end to the other. Back, lower back is where we lose flexibility, so stretching, use your Beihu point to stretch up. You only hold that one for 1 or 2 seconds. This is the main one, back of the knee, hamstrings. Do it until you can kiss your foot if you're only, under 10 starting, or 11, 12, 15, you can get down and kiss your foot. Those of us that start at 20s and above, you can get your head down to your knee. You can get close to your foot, but it's a big effort, really stretching the waist properly and opening up all the vertebrae there. Yeah. You have to do a lot of meditation, a lot of qigong, and the body will open up more and more and more. But it does take years of training. And the more your body gets better, the better stuff you can do, the higher level quality you can practice your martial art at. So, really we want to think from here down. So we want to, Wing Chun don't have these sort of stances in the beginning. When you get your pole, and then you're learning these, but horse stance just builds up here and here really well. It's like a big squat. Originally the Indian yogis, they'd wake up and do 500 squats every morning. They're more into wrestling, so they really can charge in, and they just build up a big explosive power. Front stance, warrior's pose, all comes from Indian yoga. So, they worked out a few thousand years ago, you slow the heart rate down. It's the best way for it, not speeding it up, and use your own body weight. So you have to have very relaxed shoulders, put your arms out here. There's a lot of weight there in the bones. Can you feel that weight? Can your arms get that heaviness feeling too? The more you tense a little bit and you're using the muscle. That's the difference. Use your own body weight. Again, someone can add to it. So horse stance, and how well does it go into bow stance is the thing, but you have to know bow stance and horse stance. We also practice on one leg. You can nice and slowly get the balance, feel the sand fill up into this leg. When this one's empty, then it's very easy to pick up. It's a little bit of Taoist sort of training. Wait till this one's full. Head point becomes crucial, where the center of the foot is, not the ones that are moving. The balance is more important. So you have to be able to keep that balance. Coordination is balance. So the more coordinated you are, the better balanced you'll be. Empty stance, drop stance. Practice the 5 stances for good development of the legs, and they're down. Then a lot of footwork. The old forms, bow stance, horse stance, bow stance, kick, bow stance, horse stance, bow stance, kick. So it's all from bow stance to horse stance. That's a lot of the training in the beginning. You have to get that connected and working really good. And then the advanced sort of styles, using high stances and different sort of footwork. So high stance are much more for letting the arms work. Low stances from developing here down a lot more. So after warm up, Warm up can just be Tai Chi. This is the best warm up, breathing in and breathing out. In Chinese, two means breathing in, na means breathing out, two na. Breathing in, relax the shoulder, and breathing out. Keep the palms forward, fingers up, stretch the forearms. Relax, breathing in. Feel the energy, the chi going to the hands. Nah. Nah, breathe out. So yeah, nice, get the body energy going a little bit. And then it's good to practice Wing Chun. Forward energy the whole way. Don't cross your hands, that will make me go into action. So Chi Sao doesn't cross hands, not my one, some do, but if you go any further going sideways, I'll be coming forward, put it that way. only forward and backwards, and with my lifting wing the hands can be down here and here or up here and here, but at no point do I go drive the car with it at all. No driving, we are the car the whole going forward.